live on Facebook. I'm just waiting, and it's giving me the swirlies. Come on.
Swirlies.
I hate Facebook. Give it a second. There we are. We're up live on Facebook. Brother Andy, you still there?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. I'm trying to get Ken's ugly mug off the camera. That's what I'm up to.
All right. If I stop talking and Andy starts talking, it'll switch over to him.
Yeah, I know. Patrick Morellis. Hello, brothers. What's going on? All right. You ready, boys? All right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
5, 4, 3, 2. Hello and welcome to the Freemasons podcast with your hosts, Right Worshipful Brother George Mudry.
Worshipful Brother Joe.
And Worshipful Brother Ken.
Did you forget your name, Joe?
No, I was pulling up the live feed so I could watch everything coming up.
And with us tonight, once again returning, Brother Andy Pursell. What's going on, brother?
Woohoo!
Hey, how's it going, brothers?
It is going well. How you holding up down there in Florida?
We're holding pretty good, man. Can't wait to get back on our feet. You know, things been dragging a little, but we're doing the best we can.
Are you guys on lockdown orders? The whole stay safe, stay home stuff?
Yeah. They're starting to open it up on Monday. I think they're going to do restaurants and stuff, but it's slowly coming back.
So where's your first restaurant? Where's the first place you're heading to?
Man. Probably, there's a Anna Marie Oyster Bar, probably. It's a really good restaurant. They got about 4 or 5 of them down here in Bradenton there.
Nice.
That's awesome. There's a place in Atlantic City, New Jersey called East Bay Crab House. And let me tell you, I crushed the Dungeness crab legs.
Oh yeah,
murdered it.
I do like crab leg. Oysters, not so much. Not my thing.
They gotta be raw though.
Fried clams, anything fried, I'll go for it. But like that raw oyster stuff,
I love it.
Nah.
Yep. Hot sauce, a little bit of lemon, right on top there. Hell yes.
I'm out.
So anyway, Brother Andy, your hit song is in Living in the Salt Life. You had a video for that. I didn't know you had that.
Yeah.
So I heard the song. Go ahead.
Yeah, I released the video about 4 or 5 days after the song last year.
Yeah. See, I drive for a living, so I don't actually get to watch videos, but I can hear songs, and it's on Apple iTunes. And we were talking off air. You were saying that you have a new one coming out pretty soon, correct?
I have a new song called "He's a Cowboy" that I wrote. It's actually on track to go into a movie.
No kidding.
A cowboy movie, like 8 Seconds, Pure Country.
Oh wow.
That style movie based on Florida cowboys. It's still in the works. It might be a while. I don't know how that process goes, but it kind of as soon as I wrote the song, took it to the producers and stuff, and they love it. And went to Nashville, cut it, and pretty cool.
Oh wow, that's really cool. So I think Brother Joe, you were talking about what was I going to say? You were talking about
his new little ambassadorship.
Yes.
It's not even that little. So the Brother Andy, why don't you tell us, since we last spoke, well, you and I were actually on a Zoom call a couple weeks ago through a mutual brother. And you were mentioning how the Living the Salt Life song kind of got you hooked up with the Salt Life clothing company, and you're working with them now. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that and what that entails?
Right there on his sleeve, Salt Life on his sleeve. That's awesome.
The video is kind of dragging a little bit, so you don't hear me. Everything it's kind of internet, but
no worries.
Yeah. My sister and I wrote that song together. She called me on a Saturday. I might have told you guys last time, but on a Saturday she called and said, "Hey man, I'm working on this song that you might like," and she come up with the first verse and part of the chorus. Didn't even have a title yet, and as soon as she sang it to me, I was like, "Man, that's gonna be a hit." I took it right to the room, put the guitar chords together on it, and finished it. And went to Nashville and recorded it. And everywhere you see Salt Life, everywhere. I mean, it's so big. And
yeah, I've seen the window stickers.
Got
exactly. Every coastal town has that Salt Life window decal going.
So I have a confession to make. I didn't realize what the actual term Salt Life meant. I thought you were just meant like you were a salty bitch, like you were pissed off all the time. I really that's exactly what I thought it was.
I understand why you would assume that. You could relate to that.
Yeah, I'm a salty asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. That's the first place your mind goes. Right?
That's what I thought it was, right? Because you never see like there was no palm trees or anything. It just said Salt Life. I'm like, apparently he's just a pissed off guy all the time. Like that's exactly because I mean that's like kind of like a coin term now, right? Being salty, right? That's kind of a fairly new coin term. That's right. Thought it was. They're being a salty bitch. It's like,
all right. Well, it's not that.
I got it. So I'm glad that
it's just like living that beach lifestyle, hanging out, chilling.
And I didn't know that
on the sand,
and I didn't know that until I listened to Brother Andy's song.
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
oh, all right, I get it now.
Yeah.
So now, how did that parlay into? Did you contact the clothing company? Did they contact you? How did that all go about?
Well, we it was in the process, to get sponsors we're about to re-release the song with some new stuff added to it, and this whole ambassador partnership and stuff is coming like in 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks, and it's all we just. Brother Tramposh get my foot in the door, and he's been taking the reins, helping me out, because he knows the business, and we got connected with him, man, and that's kind of how it all works, and then we're going back and forth in marketing, and it's pretty cool, man. It's something. I never thought I would ever be at this level ever. And now it's starting to sink in a little bit, and it's really, really going to be a cool adventure, with these guys. And they're excited, super excited, just as much as I am to work together. So it's pretty cool.
Well, and if I may say to that too, it happens fast. It happens very fast. And I'm not saying that we're on the same celebrity status as you or anything, or even celebrities ourselves, because we're just, a ginger, a midget, and in an albino, like we're nobody special. But watching. I mean, granted, since this whole COVID thing has happened, I've watched. People aren't listening as much anymore, and I think that's pretty much with everything. People are more glued to the news, and obviously working from home and stuff like that.
Yep.
But when we first started, like it was like if I got 10, 12 listens, I was like, yay. Now, about 500, 600, 700. It's like, whoa, like, holy hell. Like, and that's a week, like, and that's even on the low end right now. And it was literally overnight like that. It happened. It's like, whoa, holy shit. Like,
yeah, no, it could happen fast. And Brother Andy, as I'm like envisioning this for you, and like, as I'm thinking through it, I hope this comes to fruition for you, but I'm kind of getting like a little Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville kind of vibe from this whole thing. And who knows, maybe it'll be a Salt Life beer, Salt Life margaritas, some kind of cross branding.
They already got it, man.
Oh, well, there you go.
Salt Life beer.
I think he needs like Rob Gronkowski.
Oh,
just like the
he's in Tampa now.
Cruise ship.
As
I'm saying, right? I think we figure out a way to get Brother Andy
in there.
Get Brother Andy a cruise ship, and just like a Salt Life cruise ship, and just.
You know why he's saying all this, Brother Andy? Because he's hoping that it all happens to you, so he gets an invite to get on this cruise ship. That's what it's about.
Hey, y'all come along, man.
Yeah, thank you. I was just making him feel bad, but I'll go too. I know. Ken and I will bring the sunscreen. We'll be fine.
Yeah. That's a mess. Maybe. No, what would piss me off though is be on the cruise ship and I'd be over the side, freaking seasick the entire time. Not that I get seasick.
It's a blast, man.
So what's after you have this new song coming out? You got to do a video for it as well.
Yeah, I'm mainly all my time and everything's concentrated with this Salt Life deal right now. So the other song, it'll come out, later on, and we're working towards a 5-song EP coming too. So
very cool.
I'm hoping to get back to Nashville and get some new stuff out, and in the next couple months, depending on how the world's going to work right now, So, but that's our plans, coming up. So I don't know when, but that's what we have projected to do,
So I have a question, and I'm not exactly sure what it means, but our past Warsaw master, Ryan Nordstrom, asked, George, are they attached to the fishing page on Instagram? What does he mean?
Is there a Salt Life fishing page with an F, not with a PH, not the bad kind of fishing, but the good kind of fishing? There must be something on, because his prior comment to that was love it, love Salt Life, have a bunch of their Sun shirts, and then his follow-up question are they attached to the fishing page on Instagram?
Right. So maybe you can clarify, or if maybe I didn't know if you knew. So
I don't.
So so I have a question. Like, you always see the videos and all that stuff. Is that like something completely separate from the actual recording of the song, or is it all kind of tied in? Does it have to do with like different, you know what I mean? Like producers or whatever, like some, you have a crew that does the song, you have another crew that does the video. How does that work?
Yeah. So just going back, there's no I in team, right? So you gotta surround yourself by good people, and anything you do, and that's what I have, man. I got a movie, the producers in the video, and then I got the Nashville, all the session players, the studio there. So it's all, there's a lot of people behind the scenes to put something like that together.
Right.
So you don't have like you do the song, and then they'll match the video.
So, but you don't have to touch anything. Do you have any type of creative input on it, or is it pretty much done for you? You show up, stand there, and do your thing, or do you have like, the ability to say, no, we're not doing that, I'm doing this?
Yeah. Right now at my level, I don't have I'm not signed to a record deal, or anything. And usually they have more control of guiding you what's going to happen.
Right.
But being an independent artist, we brainstormed the whole video. It was myself and the producer Jared. We just kind of put it together. If you watch the video, we have a storyline, that goes to the where we're filming in the old West Town, and the old man loses his hat throughout the beach, and he passes out. But at the end, I come back in his world and say, hey man, you forgot your hat, So just kind of put a little storyline.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I didn't know how that worked. If you had any type of the ability to, come up with your own ideas and everything. And do you prefer to be independent, or would you rather be with a record label? Because I've heard like a lot of, I don't want to say horror stories, but where people kind of are now tied to the record label and they make decisions for them. So is it more, I guess, I don't want to say profitable, more, what's the word I'm looking for? Beneficial for you to be independent and by yourself?
Yeah. Well, and I'm still like cutting my teeth on all this, the business side. So I'm still learning as we go. I don't know all the details of a label. I know that they have a lot of connections and they can make stuff happen fast.
Right.
One phone call overseas and you're playing on air over there. So being independent, it probably takes a lot longer. You got to use social media, use all the stuff that we have our capability of using, what we can use. And so it's got us good and bad, but I don't know until, maybe some deal comes on the table and we can talk about it, but right now we're just kind of doing what we can with what we got and letting people try to hear this song and, so.
Cool. How many songs do you actually have? You have just the two, or the one and then the second one, or do you have an album out yet or anything? Not out yet, but do you have like a bunch of songs kind of that you are planning on putting into an album, or are you just kind of sticking with the singles at the moment?
Yeah, I have right now I have 4 songs on iTunes,
wow.
Amazon that are able to download.
Well, no kidding.
More that I did in Nashville, but I haven't released it yet. But just going back, being independent, to get the music done and all that takes money, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it costs a lot of money to get that stuff done. So kind of it's out of my pocket, you know. So just doing what I can with my job, you know, just trying to, you know, plug away at it, do the best I can.
So who are some of your...
Andy, you said you were going to do... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Brother Ken. Go right ahead.
I was just curious, you know, if you've got... Now I forgot what I was going to say.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I just completely fell out of my brain. There was one other question I was going to ask you, though, which is when you're doing a music video, obviously the music track in the background is not the same as your studio cut, right? So you're recording it twice, I would imagine. And then that second cut that you're doing for the video, do they set all of the
actual
editing? Okay.
Yeah, okay. It's the original track in Nashville that we cut, the radio version, and it's just matched to the video. But if you go on YouTube and look at behind the scenes video, what we did, and it'll kind of show you the story of me going to Nashville. I had my camera guy go with me. He went to Nashville, got some parts in the studio up there, and then we got all the way back. So you could see we filmed 4 days of filming for that music video for a 3-minute song. It's crazy.
Yeah,
4 days with a I had 16 people production crew. I'm telling you, it took a lot, and it's all out of my pocket. So, you know, I did the best I could with what I had, and a lot of volunteers.
It's got to be a hell of a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun and a lot of work, man, because we also filmed it in June, which is storm season down here. So we were, you know, gambling on the weather as well.
So you were living in the hurricane life at that point, pretty much, right?
Yeah, man. It was like the clouds, and I mean, it's pretty wild how it's all put together. But if you watch that YouTube video of behind the scenes, that'll kind of put it all together for you, and you can see what we went through. You know, because we filmed on an island that you can only get to by boat. There's no bridges, nothing, and everything, no power. We had to bring generators, and I had air conditioners in the tents because, you know, people have to stay cool because there's makeup artists and I mean, all kinds of stuff, man.
So 2 questions. One from Washer brother Ryan Nordstrom. He kind of he sent me a text message. So he said, and it says the Salt Life rise with the tide, and this is an Instagram page, and he says it's deep fishing charter boat out of Florida, and they have the same logo. Didn't know if they were related. So that's what he was talking about.
Salt, ASSULT, or salt?
No, salt. A salt, as in like SALT, deep sea fishing charter.
My guess is
I'm not sure.
My guess is there's some copyright infringement going on.
I feel you might want to check into that, brother Andy. Yeah. Just there you go.
As the ambassador,
you were tipped off here. Just so you know,
you're the ambassador. Send him a cease and desist.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably don't have the same logo, the font. You know, the Salt Life has their own font style.
It looks similar, but I mean, he'll send. I'll text you later, Andy, and then we'll listen. You heard it here first.
We'll make it right. We'll make it right.
We'll make it right. We make it right. Question for you, and then maybe you know. So we were talking about how you have creative thing, and you know, you had a whole bunch of people there in the video, and I haven't seen the video. My assumption is there was females there and all that stuff. And please don't take us wrong. And I know I'm gonna get hate mail for this, and I don't want that. I please. The reason why I'm asking is, do you get to choose the people who will appear in the video? Is that something that's your decision? Like, yes, that one, but not that one. And
Like a talent coordinator.
Listen, I'm treading here.
I know you are. And then you're barely treading.
But you get what I'm saying.
The water's getting up to about here right now, and I'm loving watching it.
And it doesn't matter if it's guys or girls. I'm saying, do you have the ability to pick who's going to be in the video with you? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah. I kind of let Jared, the producer, he was I let him take the reins. He picked up all the people because you don't want to be called an asshole, right? Like the girls and stuff, if they're good looking, or just they have to have camera experience to expedite time.
Right.
So a lot of times, they might be drop dead, supermodels, but they don't have the camera experience because they'll learn eventually, but it just takes time because you got to be able to flip a switch on how to act.
Right.
If you you'll see in the videos and stuff that behind the scenes on how they say, all right, action, and you see everybody doing their thing, and then it's like cut, and then they're back up looking at their phone or something. It's pretty cool how it's all put together.
That's pretty funny. And like I said, I wasn't trying to be sexist or anything. I was just simply asking if there was a criteria of how you pick things. I want to be clear on that. I'm gonna get so many emails tomorrow. I'm like, you're a son of a bitch. I already know it.
So there's an old saying: first rule of holes, when you're in one, stop digging.
So listen, I just want to say,
stop digging.
That if you're going to send it hate mail, you can send it to joe.zanino.
Oh, here we go. I thought you were going to give out my Grand Lodge address. Like, seriously, dude? Seriously?
Excuse me. So, Ken, did you figure out what your question was first off before I just keep talking? Or?
I did.
Fire away.
And I apologize for that. Yeah. So, brother Andy, my question is: so you said you're cutting a 5-track EP is the plan at some point in the future. Is there any incentive to doing that for you as a musician versus just doing singles? Because obviously, not a lot of people are buying CDs or any kind of cassettes or any kind of album in its own unit. People are generally nowadays downloading single songs and stuff that they like off of the internet. Off of iTunes or something like that. Everything is very single centric. Is there a reason that you want to do a 5-track EP, or do you want to just keep rifling out singles? Like what's of more value to you as a musician?
Really it's just like I said, I'm still getting my feet wet in the music business, so I'm learning on how this stuff is. I've never released 5 songs at one time, so it's going to be new for me as well. So I don't know. I think it's just to give the fans, a little more, of me all at once, maybe of the songs, and just let them hear. I don't really know the advantages, because you're right, a lot of everything in music today is single released, and just because of all the downloading, all the technology and stuff, it's but there is still people that release 12 to 15 song CDs as well. They tell a story, so really I don't know the benefit on the 5 songs. The only thing I could think of is just to be more creative and just show more at once, maybe.
Yeah. Have a storyline that kind of links all of the tracks together. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. I think Joe asked this question last time we were talking, but any of your songs that you're thinking about maybe doing something Masonic, like adding masonry into it somewhere? Like, and it could be those podcast boys are assholes. No, I'm kidding. No, but anything you want to add to, like, masonry wise, or is that something you want to kind of keep separate from your career or whatever?
Yeah. No, I think it's just the inspiration of what I'm talking about in a song or something. Country music tells a lot of stories, and I'm sure it's something. And I think we talked about this last time. If I had ever put anything Masonic related into a song, and I wasn't sure, but
Right.
there might be something in there that triggers, something that is describing something Masonic, and I didn't even know I did it. You know what I mean? So it might. I don't know if I'll come out with just a straight Masonic song, but I'm sure something that I've learned will be embedded in a song at some point. I'm sure,
Right.
Just because we live it, we're around it, all the time.
And not for nothing, like there's been other there's actually a rapper, Apathy, that we were trying to get up here and everything. He had a song, Legend of the Third Degree, but he never actually came out in. It wasn't like Masonic out of the gate. It wasn't like, I'm a Freemason, blah 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 blah. It was all like kind of, I guess you could say, like hidden inside of it, like you were just saying, if
like
you were
veiled references,
veiled references to it. So that's what I was asking, if there was ever something that you were going to kind of throw out there to tease everything. Again, like I don't, there's other artists that don't even mention it at all. And again, no pressure. I'm just, I was just curious if that was something like that you were thinking of doing. It's like, yeah, eventually I'm going to do a song and I'm going to hide this in the lyrics and wait for it to key off in certain Masons.
See, and I just thought of a perfect idea that could be embedded in a video or something somewhere. So you're doing a song, and maybe it's in the song they're drinking, maybe like in this Living the Salt Life, you're having a good time, have a few pops in you, and you look and you see three of you, and then you've got the 3-5-7 because you're about 5'7". So if I saw you in triple, I could work in that 3-5-7 reference to it, and it only a few people would get it.
Keep making your short jokes. It's fine though.
Hey, I gave you a couple inches on that one. 5'7" is generous.
I am 5'7".
Okay.
And I have the mentality of a 3-year-old. So
With pumps on, yeah.
So we got a little swag bag we're going to send out to you later, Andy. I don't know if you got our first one. I don't know if who was in charge of that. But
I don't know, probably Brother Raph.
Probably Raph. We'll blame Raph.
I'll blame Raph.
But we're going to send out a little bit of a swag bag for you and a couple things for you.
But I've got a question for you as far as songs. So we live in the Salt Life. That's a fun song. That's kind of a little bit of a party anthem or a summer anthem. What do you got? Anybody that knows me knows that I love ballads. I love songs. What do you got coming our way that might break our heart a little bit? That might stir a little something inside us. You got anything like that coming down the pipe?
Not really. I don't have any love songs right now.
Thank God.
More of the songs that I have are like upbeat.
Good. Keep it that way.
I have one that it's about a cruise ship. We all my buddies, they'll go on a cruise like every year for about 5 years. They've been going, and I've been on three of them. And that song, I wasn't going to go on the cruise, and they were like, man, it might inspire you to write a song. I wanted to save all my time for the band. And about 2 days after we got back from the cruise, I wrote the song. It's called Old Mexico. And it's all about 12 guys on a boat, what we did, in Mexico. And just, it's really cool.
At least the stuff you could admit to, right?
Yeah.
And this is all based off of actually something that happened in your life?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just what I told the story of what we did on the boat, the ship.
You could always make another song, and I'm just saying, you got 4 right here, you got 3 right here. I'm just saying.
We got nothing interesting going on here.
We would if we went on a trip to Mexico.
Yeah, you wouldn't come back.
Probably not.
You'd be stuck in a jail with the federales or something going on.
Nobody wants to write a song about a bunch of guys going to Delaware to visit the Schultz brothers. Come on.
That is true. Matt Nemira didn't take Worship of Brother Joe as the love ballad type.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
the only love ballad I liked was in Varsity Blues when Tweeter said, "She broke my heart, so I broke her jaw." That was it.
No, I love love songs. Absolutely.
God.
Give me a little Lionel Richie. Hello.
Oh,
give me a little Barry White. I'll take my musical tastes are pretty eclectic. So if it moves me, I'm a big Fanalo. For those of you that know what that is.
What's your brother Greg Schultz? F you, Ken. So apparently the Schultz brothers are watching as well. Brother Andy, we got to get you into Discord at some point. I don't know if you have the Discord app, but we got to get you in there. You'll have a lot of fun with all the Hellraisers that are in there. It's nonstop hilarity.
It's like our behind the scenes.
Yes, it's our behind the scenes stuff.
Exclusive VIP room for our Patreon supporters, which for as little as $3 a month, you can anybody can join Patreon and get exclusive access to Discord, and we'll show a little later. The Freemason Podcast Gold Tone pins are in hand,
and Brother Andy
going out soon.
And Brother Andy will be sending you one of our podcast pins. Just came
Awesome.
out. Joe got the bag of the goods right here.
Sweet.
See, guys, I want all the Discordians to see this right here.
Pins are in
bag
hand.
Of pins, so I stop getting my freaking balls busted about it. So. So I have a question for you, Brother Andy.
Yes.
Live down in Florida. I'm assuming you're a Pro 2A guy.
Oh yeah.
So what's your gun of choice?
Definitely.
What's your gun of choice?
Lever action 30-30.
Lever action 30-30. My father actually had a
That's
lever
right.
action
Cowboy gun.
My father actually had a lever action 30-30. It was there was actually it was part of a collection. It was called the Teddy Roosevelt collection. And they were all gold and everything, and he sold it. He freaking sold it. Like your kid, heirloom, you decided to sell it, but lever action 30-30 is yours, huh?
Yeah, Winchester. That's
Winchester.
I think what is it? A model? I can't even think of the model of it, but the one I have is it's got, they call it a flat band edition. I guess when they were manufactured, at some point they ran out of the part that holds the barrel together on the end. It's usually like a rounded band, and this one was flat because I heard the story was they ran out of the part. So they made a limited amount of these guns with the flat band on it. So pretty cool.
Nice.
Wow, very
Really
cool.
And it's a proper cowboy gun for a proper cowboy.
Yeah, man, it's just all around, man. It's just to get the job done, whatever you're doing, plant targets or or hunting or whatever. Pretty cool.
You been hunting? You go hunting? You're a hunter?
Not like big time, but I have been. Yeah.
Turkey,
mainly
deer,
like hog hunts.
hog hunts. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's big hog down there, right? That's like
Yeah.
What did I read that there's like this, down there in Florida, Louisiana, and all that. There's like infestations of just wild.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right.
How's
Right?
that happen?
Yeah.
Like wild boar kind of
Wild-
wild pigs?
Wild pigs. They're
Interesting.
what are they called? Feral pigs or whatever, and they just go around just tearing up all over the freaking place. Right?
Yeah, no, I'm behaving right now.
All right.
I'm censoring myself because I could say something that
Yeah,
but then I'll get in
no.
trouble.
You're correct, George.
I
They
thought
destroy
so.
agricultural land.
Yes, okay.
I
See?
think they have in the Southwest, they call them javelinas. I think I remember my wife telling me stories about the wild pigs in the Arizona area.
Huh.
It's a big problem.
I was gonna say because again, I've seen that. I feel like there's so much more fun things to hunt down there in Connecticut, and down there in Florida, and down south. Up here in Connecticut, like there's nothing, really nothing. You could shoot the neighbor's cat or something. But
Well, you got a lot of deer. I've been seeing more and more deer
Yes,
since people
there's
have
a lot of deer.
been quarantined.
Yeah,
See a lot more wildlife.
and you don't want to go any north of Connecticut because then you got to deal with moose, and if you shoot them, it's like trying to just piss them off. And it's like turning a Greyhound bus in the middle of the
my
woods.
God,
So.
they're freaking like dinosaurs. they're still like dinosaurs. They'll come at you.
So, Brother Andy, any funny stories? Anything that happened during the video shoot, or something that has happened during your career that you find that was rather funny?
Oh man.
I love hearing comedy stories.
Man, let me think about that. I'm just kind of scanning back through some times. There's always something.
Chick fell off the boat during the video, or that would be funny as hell. I'm sorry, I'd laugh. I'd have to laugh at that one.
Man, let me think, because I know there's something.
Joe had a Freudian slip a couple episodes back where he was supposed to say for as little as, and it came out as little ass, and it was pretty funny. We've had some. I used to see what I got to do. Sorry, I got to start putting up bloopers again. I started kind of laxed off of our bloopers, but
yeah, when you like freak out off air,
when I freak out, yes,
cursing.
I haven't freaked out in a long time though.
Define long time, like a month. A month.
No, the Wi-Fi was the major freak out issue when we kept having issues with our Wi-Fi out there. But now there's nothing to freak out about. I'm calm, George, now.
Calmer.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Pandemic doesn't have that effect on you somehow?
Me? No. Nope. No pandemic freakouts. I've actually been very calm and tranquil, I think, up here. But
I know. I got something for you.
All right.
When I first started, my first show ever live acoustically, just myself and guitar, and I always tell this story because I'll never forget it. And I didn't know what it means about technical difficulties, and audio or anything. And so I had 10 songs to play. I was nervous as heck, man. I was opening up for a small band at a bar, and I got up there, man. And in the middle of the song, I didn't know about mic stands and all that stuff, and I just got up there, and it's what they call a boom mic, and it's got an adjustment, in the middle of it. Well, in the middle of the song, the mic started dropping because of the weight. And I was trying to get through the song so bad, and I was just following the mic down my, like until I got done.
It reminds me of like a Little Rascals episode, something like that, or Three Stooges. That's where you expect to see something like that.
That's funny.
Yeah,
actually,
every time I play, man, I double check the nut, and make sure it's, the wing nut on it. That way I don't run into that again. But that was a lesson well learned.
That's funny though, because that's how the mic arm that Joe has, that's how mine is no longer here, right, Ken? Because it kept going down on me.
No. And then you threw it against the wall and destroyed it permanently.
Yeah.
This happened.
It must have been like a self-leveling one if it kept like shrinking down to your level.
No, it was literally like it was kind of where yours are, but as I'm talking, I'm doing that down here, and I finally just grabbed it and phew, I sailed it across the room.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, Brother Eddie, anything? Yeah, you can divulge, or you can refrain if you ever refrain if you ever lost your shit, whether it be during the video or during a song or just. Sometimes you just need a good flip out. Because I see, and the reason why I ask is because he's got Brother Andy is very polite,
gentlemanly. He's a southern
gentleman, right?
Absolutely.
I'm not. I'm northern asshole.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Ben Blumenthal, who is a masshole because he's from Massachusetts.
Right. That's a whole different level. Yeah.
But no, I mean that you've ever gotten so heated and pissed off that you just had to lose your shit, and sometimes it happens.
I don't think. I mean, it does get stressful sometimes, because and I'm going to a band situation I'm thinking about, because you rehearse and practice so much that you try to make it a well-oiled machine,
right?
All the time. You want to just push play. And it does get stressful sometimes, because we're all human beings and we all, the chemistry's sometimes imbalanced. But I never, if I do lose it, I don't show it.
Right.
It's just the way I deal with things. I kind of deal with my own at home or something, but I try not to do it in a public setting or, it sends bad vibes out to everyone if I were to do that. So I try to stay positive, as much as I can because I want this to work. I believe in it. So going back to I don't think I've ever just blown up. I get frustrated if something's not working, but you kind of you got to deal with it, best you can.
Right. And again, we make jokes on it, and yes, it's behind the scenes, but my flip outs have never been on air. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't flip out at all.
And I think that's I mean, Gren, we say, that what?
What?
You don't flip out.
I've never flipped out on air or off on Discord or anything. Not on Discord or anything like that.
I think that goes to, Brother Andy, you're from the South. He's got the Southern gentleman thing.
Oh yeah, no, he's got that absolutely. But
I think it's also a Mason.
Absolutely, subduing his passion.
Absolutely. Again, we make jokes about me launching mic stands and all that stuff, but I'm a big proponent of not embarrassing yourself in public. I absolutely hate being embarrassed in public, especially if it's being embarrassed of my own actions. So I think that's, the Mason in me, that I will actually, if I'm embarrassed or I'm upset, I will get up and just walk out and just humbly
take your ball and go
gracefully home. Take my ball and go home. You're right. So what's your brother Joe?
Yeah, I'm just reading a question from Worshipful Brother Greg Schultz. Can Brother Andy write a song for the podcast about the podcast? Could be a bestseller. I think that'd be a really short song.
I think seriously, nicely done. All right, he's taking short jokes again, brother.
Yeah, so, little bit.
So anyway, you still attending lodge down there? You guys still open for biz, or are you guys closed down like us? Because our Grand Lodge pretty much said, you're done for now. I believe we can still hold meetings, but same thing down there.
Yeah, I saw the post from the Grand Lodge. Just kind of everybody's at ease right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. Any aspirations for moving up to the chairs? Are you too busy yet? Or are you just staying where you're at?
Yeah, I would love to at some time, but there's no way. My cable toe is stretching tight, man. So I just do the best I can.
Well, of course, yeah.
I played a lot of shows for the Widow Sons, and I'm still active with the music. I try to help those guys out, and I see them and I talk to them, and the music, between music and my career as a lineman, keeping the lights on, it's challenging.
If and when you do decide to get in line or become an officer, let me tell you, secretary is where it's at. Be a secretary. Go right for that. It's the best position.
Don't listen to him. Don't freaking listen to him.
I'm a secretary.
So am I. And it sucks. It's nonstop stuff to do. So
it's not that bad this year.
No, it's not bad this year. I'm actually loving it. You're a lineman by trade?
Yes, sir.
High voltage? Low voltage?
Offensive.
I can't deal with you.
George thought you were playing football. I just had to clarify.
I didn't think. All right, Joe. All right. We're going to have this type of freaking night, are we?
Yeah.
High voltage electrician. Oh wow. That's my father was actually a high voltage electrician. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I love it, and it's been a great. I truly feel blessed, man. And I tell people, life's like Plinko, man. You never know where you're gonna land, and you just bounce around, man. And I was able to be a lineman and went to the apprenticeship school, and it's just been a great journey, man. This whole thing.
Well, I give you a ton of credit because I don't know if you heard before we were talking off air that I was rewiring some things, and
I got zapped today.
Freaking zapped. I got popped hard, and I do not like getting electrocuted. It sucks and it pisses me off. You want to see me really flip out is getting electrocuted.
Do you have powers now?
I don't have special powers. Okay. I have a special power.
So that would be worth it. That would be worth it.
But high voltage is the whole different story. You get hit by high voltage, and yeah, you're in a lot of deep shit.
Like the time I got zapped by the electric fence. That was not fun.
Oh yes,
7,000 volts. Not cool.
It was a great story.
It was a great story. It was a great story. I'm not gonna lie.
It might have been good for you guys. Much fun for me.
I don't think I was choked on my beer when I was listening to that story.
It's not funny though. So, brother Andy, just so you know what we're talking about, I was working at I work in the auto insurance industry, and we were at a salvage yard where all of our total losses go. And the electrified fence that was supposed to be off at the time, apparently they were doing some tests on that day, and I backed right up into it, like with my body, not with my car. And it dumped like 7,000 volts into me in like a millisecond, and it was not very cool. I know it's the watts that'll get you, not the volts, but still, it was not pleasant. Or the amps. It's the amps that'll get you. Watts. I had to change light bulbs yesterday.
Bet you it smelled like bacon after you got burnt, though. Win me. Anyway,
small victory.
Nicely done.
Gingerbread fresh out of the
God damn you, Ken. I'll give you that one, Ken. I'll give you that. Nothing says love and like something from the oven.
Nice. So anyway, back to your brother Andy. Ken already asked this question, right? So Mike, what was I thinking of? Oh, I had a question. I pulled a Ken. Can't remember what I was going to ask him.
Was it lodge related?
It was lodge related. I can't remember.
Going through the chippy, becoming the secretary because it's the greatest job.
No.
Being an officer, lodge is open.
Pending bodies, brother Andy. When you get the time and opportunity, are you planning on going through the pending bodies and everything, or are you just going to stay where you're at?
Going just because of time, I'll probably just stay the Blue Lodge.
Right.
Just because I'm. Whatever I'm doing or, I want to be a part of, I want to do 100%. And it's kind of hard when you judge a lot of pendant bodies, you want to be part of 100% best you can, so I'll probably just stay where I'm at, and maybe in the future, maybe do the Scottish Rite or, some, maybe a Shriner or something, but I just kind of happy to be in the Blue Lodge. It's been a blessing, man. It's the best thing that ever happened to me in life, man.
But as you know, Freemasonry will always be there for your life. But music industry can be a little thick at times, and strike while you got the opportunity. Put everything into it. Freemasonry will be there for you whenever you decide to put. If you decide to put more time into it, I'd love nothing more than for your career to take you to places where, that's always your priority and Masonry is something that just would support you in your journey.
Yes.
So, after this quarantine's over, what is and again, I know you're not on the same scale as we are up here in Connecticut. But, Ken's living in the woods right now on the camera. He's just off in the bushes, so they're not even allowing him to be in the houses anymore.
And by that you mean like his backyard?
Yeah, his backyard.
Okay.
No. My wife and kids make me live in the backyard now. I'm not allowed to.
But once this is all over with, what's the first thing you're doing? What, like, career wise? Like, where are you looking to go? Are you starting concerts again, or are you doing anything of that nature? Or are you just going to keep focusing on this? Because you said the Salt Life thing's got you very busy. So I didn't know if you had anything else that you were planning on doing or anything you wanted to plug.
We're going to be launching a campaign and just to support what we got coming up. Going to do 5-song EP. It's going to be an Indiegogo campaign, and the whole thing with Salt Life. I'm going to be with them. Doing a lot of events and supporting them. I'm actually working on a small little tour bus in my backyard. I've been remodeling it, put bunk beds in it. It's all custom stuff, man.
Oh, very cool.
I got a show. Now we're going to Georgia this will be the first out of state concert I've done, and we're on the bill with Kentucky Headhunters. It's called Crucifest in Rome, Georgia. We're going to be up there in September, and we're going to be playing some shows out in Oklahoma at some casinos coming up. So we just get through this, the virus stuff, and hopefully, we can get back to, going, having concerts and stuff. And I know it's going to be a lot different, a lot of the way we look at things, the way we're, 6 feet apart and stuff. But yeah, that's the main thing. We're going to get some music out. I'm going to shoot for a 5-song EP. And maybe we're going to tour, the little Salt Life tour. So, maybe do some coastal bar gigs or something like that. It'd be pretty cool.
That'd be really cool.
Actually, Greg Schultz says we need Brother Andy on Opry specials sponsored by the Shriners International.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Wonder who you contact for that.
I'm sure Brother Tramposh has somebody he can reach out to.
Bill Russo.
Potentially.
We can make
Billy's pretty high up.
Yeah.
In title. He's a little guy too.
Where is that located?
I actually don't. I will certainly find out for you, but it says the Opry special sponsored by Shriners International. I wonder if that's like with the.
I've been seeing it on Facebook.
I've been seeing it a lot
here and there, but I don't know where.
But it's not a concert with an audience. It's they go on, they do a
correct. I think they might just be doing like remotely from their houses.
I think so. Yeah. So. I'll look into it, Brother Andy. We'll talk offline. If that's something you're interested, I'll definitely make some phone calls, and we'll see what we can do. That'd be a lot of fun. So, all right, Brother Andy. You got any last plugs you want to make? Because we're gonna let you go momentarily.
Just keep it up, guys. You're doing a great job, and it's really cool to be on your show. I appreciate everything, and as on the music side, in say 2 weeks, we're going to be making a big announcement, and we're just going to get the song out there, sharing it with everybody. Just get to listen, and hopefully everybody's living in the salt life here pretty soon. Wherever you're at. And I got tagged in a TikTok video the other day. And it had a guy spreading salt on the roads.
Was it?
He was living in the salt life.
That's funny. That's actually really cool.
That is really cool.
I was waiting to find out if it was Fat Brad.
Fat Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Fat Brad Pitt. That's Joe. That's Joe's
TikTok handle. What?
Oh.
If you ever see Fat Brad Pitt on there, that's me. What?
You're an idiot. But Brother Andy, I'd like to we're going to propose a toast to you. Thank you for coming back on the show. It's always fun. I will definitely add you if you're interested. I'll add you to our Discord, and you'll have fun with those freaking hooligans. And but I will also be looking into that. Actually, Worship Brother Greg Schultz is in Discord. He's knowing about the Opry specials, and I'll look into that for you definitely. And
that'd be great.
We'll see if we can get you going. But to Brother Andy Pursell, right hand arms, ready, aim, fire, good fire all. Together, brothers. Vivat, vivat, vivat.
Vivat.
I was waiting for Laggy Ken.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Studio.
We miss you, Ken.
With every bullet. He's transparent. They miss. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, all right, Brother Andy, we're going to let you go. Again, thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you later.
Stay in touch, brother.
Stay in touch.
Yes, sir.
Be well, be safe, be healthy.
Stay safe.
You
Stay
as well.
safe out there, y'all.
See you later, brother.
Okay, y'all have a good day. See you later.
And Andy's gone. Brother Andy is gone. Call back the ginger.
Ken, yeah, bring Ken back on.
Do we?
Absolutely. And while we're bringing Ken back on, I'll give an opportunity here to. I know there's a lag,
He's
but
back.
I'll get up here.
He's back.
But I'm gonna stand up and show off our Freemason podcast pins that just came in the other day.
Go for it. Just make sure that it's not transparent. You're not in the way of him.
I can't really see, so you tell me.
Closer.
No, that's
Closer.
yeah, just bring it in closer.
Closer. Keep going.
Too close.
Keep going.
Just kidding.
Stop.
Very nice.
Hold still. Freemasons podcast pins. They
Very
are
nice.
here. They have arrived. We'll be going out to every single Discordian as a Patreon supporter, as well as all of our guests who have been on as well. But if you want that pin, Joe, tell them how to get that.
So Fiddle has $3 a month, and I will tell you that $3 is exactly, not exactly, but about what one of those pins costs. So everything on top of the pin is a bonus for you. So for as little as $3 a month, you get the Masons Podcast Gold Tone Lapel Pin, access to Discord, which now includes not only a chat room, a free chat where we can actually get on the call and have a voice little conference, soon to come video.
Already on.
Well, then why don't we do it?
Because no one does it. It's, you actually need a laptop to do it.
Oh,
and
okay.
I have made, actually, a couple days ago, I asked if everybody could video chat. Nobody did it.
Well, because you do it like whenever you're working.
No, it was like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I
Oh.
think
Well,
you know, it's also on a Sunday night. And,
but
yeah.
you get all that. You get some Patreon content, of which one of my favorites is the Santa Sabotage episode. That is exclusive to Patreon as well. But a lot of fun stuff. Again, for $3 a month, your first month, you pretty much that pin pays for it. So, and if other than that is bonus. So, check it out.
Matt and Amira. If I said it wrong, I apologize. Part for the course. What do you guys? I am actually having national lager. I am also drinking. What is this stuff? I did a toast with 1783. It's the knockoff of Sue, whatever the hell the other stuff was.
I'm drinking coffee with a little old smoky peanut butter whiskey in there, and I was toasting with, I believe it was Old Camp Peach Pecan whiskey.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. It was first time. That was quite nice.
Blech.
But the peanut butter one is really good in your coffee. So for that, I've been doing the teetotaling thing a few episodes.
For those who don't eat peanut butter, with the past smell of it, the smell of it makes me nauseous. We're more than 6 feet.
It's about 4.5. Like 3/4 of a
I also
George.
have my windscreen up here. This is Joe blocker. I don't even call it the windscreen. I just call it the Joe blocker.
Social distancing.
We're like you have a George apart right now. We're good.
Son of a bitch. Let's see here.
The ice water in case.
Yeah,
Ice water. It's because you've been hitting that freaking
that black box wine.
Yes, I have, and that is why.
You should just start putting that in the background when you can get a sponsorship or something.
That would be cool.
Right,
I'm not
wouldn't
as
it?
cool as Andy
Just
Pursell. I don't think they're just going to sponsor me out of the blue because I'm on a podcast and have a background.
Yeah, we might though. But it's
Nice
like it could be the Worship
know.
Brother Ken, the Worship Brother Ken Cam, brought to you tonight by Black Box Wine.
Yeah.
Right, the Ken Cam. We could get a sponsor for the Ken Cam.
It's got a ring to it.
Right.
It does have a
Genius.
ring to it. I'm just saying.
Hey Rafferty, I know you're the guy that sends the letters out trying to get sponsorships. We could do a something simple, $1 per episode Ken Cam sponsorship.
I want to say though, all ball busting aside, though, I love when Brother Andy comes on.
Oh yeah,
Just
a nice guy.
nice guy.
Reminds us how
Super
big
positive
assholes
all
we
the
are.
time.
Super polite all the time.
Yeah.
Hard working dude. Coming on and trying to, his songs are good too.
Yeah, they are. But a reminder of I could smooth my Ashler out a little bit more.
Yeah.
I try a little harder.
Yeah. No.
It's hard. Man, everybody's like that.
I know,
I know, right?
Yeah, but you get a nice guy on like him, You okay? I might be nice for like the Valley, but
Valley nice.
Yeah, I'm like Valley nice.
Valley nice.
Wait till I tell you off the air some of the comments I was going to make before when I was being good.
I know what your comments were. Like you're funny. I look in your. I could actually look and I'd see the mouse, just the hamster.
Yeah,
like, yeah. No, he's coming up with something. So
it's a chubby little hamster too.
I had a comment to that, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Let's say shut it down.
Yeah, let's shut it down.
Yeah, why not?
All right. So next one day.
Thursday.
EMR.
That's on the calendar.
I'm gonna start drinking ahead of time. So I'm gonna be pissed off at that episode.
Sure.
I hate the EMR system. Hopefully,
electronic membership requests for those.
Electronic membership.
Ken, are you going to be the anti-villain?
I don't know. I'm going to surprise you.
Hey, let's just know where it goes. Let it happen organically.
Let it happen like the.
You never know. Yeah. You never know where things are going to end up on there.
Matt Namara, you can grow a vineyard in a garden that size. Ken, geez, you must ask me about your background.
The magic garden. It's the chuckle patch he's got back there.
Tarwood vineyard.
Yeah, right. Dude, I don't have a green thumb. Everything that I plant, I kill. That ain't happening. See that wood pile back there?
You killed that too?
And that's chopping things down.
So Ken's stacking bodies is basically what he's saying. He's stacking
logs.
Not for nothing. A vineyard in his backyard, he'd probably die of alcohol poisoning. He would just
absolutely.
But it'd be watching him like that I Love Lucy episode in the big thing stomping the grapes. He's got his pant legs rolled out there like stomping. God, I'd love to see that. I would love to see that.
To be able to see him colored now.
Right? Imagine how stained it would get. Like they'd be permanently stained.
You'd have to wash his legs with Brillo pads.
Yeah. He'd look like a purple Smurf or something.
But Ken, you'd have to talk in the Italian accent. But it's a squishy grapes. You got to talk in the Italian accent.
We'll teach you some.
I with my mother for a while before that, just so that I get the Italian back.
There you go.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
All right. So for the Freemasons podcast, Worship Brother George signing off.
Worship Brother Joe signing off.
Worship Brother Ken signing off.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
All right. We're still live watching on Facebook. Thank you all for tuning in. Always a pleasure. Thanks for having it. Ken with the Travis hat. What's that like?
Oh, I thought I put my Mason hat on. It's actually it's a Ladicrete company I work for. Now everybody
knows. That no wonder what you're
saying. You know with the star.
And knowing's half the battle.
All right. Live feed. Have a good night.
See ya.